Hey, how's it going? So I am looking at the moment at taking a lot of my old code and porting it over to a website, putting it in text form, because I think text tutorials are a little better than video tutorials. But ironically, I'm making a video tutorial because what I've been doing is I've been looking at my Python code and thinking, I always had a bunch of files just in the same folder and I never really organized things. So let's have some fun and get things organized. So let's say, just as an example, that I start with my main entry point and I'm going to do a few imports and show how they work. So I'm going to make another file which I'll call config, and the reason I'm just calling it for no reason, right? For no reason at all. But I'm just going to make a function called say hello. And it's just the simplest function I can think of. It just prints like, hello, I am the config file. Okay, so this is just a straight up vanilla import, like the sort of stuff that we're used to. I'll just go import config. And then config say hello. Awesome. We can run this and yep, okay, I'm the config file. That's good. Now, the next level above this is what if we have a folder and we want to look inside that folder. So I'm going to make a folder. I'm going to call it library. And inside there, I'm going to make another file called base library. And this is going to have a say hello function as well, which is just going to say, hello, I'm the library file. Okay, so, and the question is, how do we import this? So pretty much the way you would imagine, right? If I tried to import this thing, I'd say, well, the thing I'm after is inside a library and I can see, oh, it's auto-completing. So, oh, awesome, and I've got that as well. So what I'll do is library, base library, say hello, and run that. I'm the config file, I'm the library file. Awesome. This is getting a little unwieldy, so we can put in an alias, and I'll just call that library. Oh, it's a little confusing. I wonder if that works. It does recognize it. Okay, so little iffy, but that does work. Okay, great. So what if I'm in this folder here in library and I want to import like a subfolder of that? So I'm going to make a subfolder. I'll call it subfolder A, and then inside that I'll make a file named child A, and child A, just we can get its name. So we'll have a function called getName that will return a string, and it'll pretty much just return child A. Okay, so what I want to do is I want the library to also say what its child is. So I will do the same thing that I did before. I'll go ahead and import subfolder A, child A as child. Okay, and then I'll say print out child named This is not a tutorial on how to automatically detect subfolders or anything like that. Not doing anything fancy. We're just trying to do this. So as you can see, this is auto-completed. But the problem is, if I go to main and I try to run this, it says, ooh, invalid syntax. That would not surprise me. Oh. Maybe that does actually. I'll just completely restart that. Okay, problem. No module named subfolder A. Okay, so I looked into this, and some people are saying that we can sort of do this if we put an init file in here, and I tried that, didn't do anything. So here's my solution. The problem is that there definitely is a subfolder A here, but every time this module is run from main, the path that we're in right now is used as the import path, even though this base library is importing locally. So the solution to this is we can make absolute imports. So we can say, all right, library, subfolder A, child A. It's a little unwieldy, but here we can see that it's still auto-completing, so it's still understanding this. And when we run it from main, that's now working. I have a child named child A. And let me take it one step further. You can probably see we can do heaps of things now because everything's absolute file paths, so we're all good. But just to clarify it, I can make another one, subfolder B. Child B. And let's say that child A wants to know about child B. So I'll go import, and then this has to come from the top. So we'll import library, subfolder B, child B, as sibling, and I'll just put this in the name as well. Let's copy this over, and child B has its own naming function like that. Okay, great. So I want child A to say, hey, I'm the sibling of child B. So I'll go put in some brackets. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's go back to main, give that a go. And awesome. Okay, so this is so powerful because now we can use folders to organize our source files. Fingers crossed nothing goes wrong, but I think this is really going to be good. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little session, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hello. I just want to give a quick little shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters. I'm community fund. That's a tough word. I'm community funded. It's how I keep the lights running. Not really, but you know, it's how I. So I really appreciate any and all support. If you can't support financially or don't want to, look, that's totally fine. It's not expected. It's sort of a premium subscription thing. In that case, the best thing you can do to support the channel is to comment. Let me know what you're liking, what you're not liking. I know I do a bunch of things, but I am trying to make the best educational content that I can. So, big thank you to Antonin Carret, Dankil Foles, Declan, Enderlon Studios, Isaiah Meyer, Jason Coleman, Mathieu Derick, Moim, Shreyar, and Maxim Shukim. Thank you so much, my dudes. It really does mean a lot. Yeah, cheers. Have a gonna get hit. Have a good one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.